listen to some soothing music. Relaxing, you know. There's no volume.
Coping, coping with coping skill for recovery, and I want to welcome every one of us in this program. So I want to I want to let you know that I'm having with me here Sister Sharon from Destiny Church, Washington D.C. She's one of our officers in this recovery community service in the U.S. So she'll be walking us through how to work, how to operate in coping skills that will help us to work in total recovery. And I believe that will bring a lot of blessing to you. So I want to welcome Sharon. You are welcome to this wonderful broadcast. This is Recovery
Hi,
TV
Pastor.
UK and US all together. So Sharon, you are welcome. She will be leading us in this discussion for uh, how to have coping skills that will help you to be able to recover. Over to you, Sharon. You are welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Adebo. So, hello, our Facebook audience, our YouTube audience, and all that are watching us here on. I say well all. Last week told you that we prevent relapse. We discussed what coping skills are. Coping skills are techniques used to deal with situations healthy, healthy and positive for mind, body, and soul.
I know you here. I know you. I
But
know
we
you
cannot
here. Talk.
stop doing it. We're talking about drugs. I'm over the 10 coping skills that we'll bring over a few weeks. Uh, One is honesty with yourselves and others. Number two, in any and gratitude for strong addicts. My avoid number six, being
Yeah, I think um, uh, Sharon's system is glitching, and what she's been trying to talk to us about is the coping skills that we need for total recovery. And I believe she'll be able to, she's been trying to communicate this important truth that I know will be of a lot of help for so many people, particularly in this period of pandemic. So many people need things that will help them to cope with what is going on, so they don't end up going to use because they want to cope with what is going on. And that's what Sharon is telling us, talking to us about. So she'll be back now in the next few minutes to continue these various steps that she's been talking about. She spoke about part of it in the fact that you must know how to be truthful to yourself. Because if you are not truthful to yourself, you can't be truthful to another person. So Sharon will continue. Uh, she will continue with us. She will continue with what she's passing across to us, which I believe will be a lot of blessing for so many people. So she will continue with those points she's been mentioning on coping skills, and I believe that will be a lot of help for so many people. That if you learn how to deal with this, it will help you to be who God wants you to be. So Sharon, we want to have you back so that you'll be able to continue what you are passing across to the people. I believe that quite many people need to uh, pick up these uh, lessons that will be a lot of help for them. Talking about the fact that if you are going to be able to walk in this light to recover, you must know how to cope. Things that will help you to be able to cope. And that was what I believe she's been trying to communicate to us. So, Sharon, over to you.
Hi. So,
Yes,
hello everyone. I apologize for that. So we are in two different studios. And in my studio location, we are having really, the weather is bad here. We have clouds. And it hasn't started to raining, but it's affecting my internet service. So I apologize to everybody.
no
I was
problem.
speaking, and everything was going very well. I mean, everything was flowing, and I didn't realize that I was no longer live. So that's how the enemy works. Like, last week I was a little nervous, which I normally don't ever get nervous. And for some reason I was nervous. I had braces on my teeth. I was kind of stumbling over my words. I was nervous. And the internet never went out. And now this week I'm confident, I'm comfortable, and the internet wants to act up. So that's how it is, though. So, but you know what? Last week our focus was on honesty. That was one of the that's the first and the key focus of our coping skills. Number one, that's the foundation of coping skills, honesty. And so we're not going to be defeated here today. So let's go keep continue on. So I don't know at what point I cut out, but so Dr. Adebo, if you can help me, at what point did did they hear all 10 of the coping skills?
And you mentioned the number one, you successfully spoke about the first one. So today we'll go to the
Okay.
second one.
Okay. So no, I know I covered. I was just giving them an overview of last week. I was
Okay.
just trying because what I want to do is every week I want to just kind of go do an overview of what we covered the week before.
Yeah.
So that's what I was trying to provide an overview. So I don't know for those of you who may have heard, um, bear with me. I'm not sure at what point I cut out. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to start over.
Well, I think
So
you
what
can go
I
to.
was sharing,
I think you
pardon
can
me,
talk
sir.
about. You can go to the second one.
Okay, so the second skill, what we went over last week was honesty. And this week's coping skill is going to be learn to relax in any situation. And so what we say is one of the main reasons people start using drugs is to relax and reward themselves. Learning new skills to relieve tension is an essential part of long-term recovery. If you're able to calm down on your own, then you won't need to use to escape. You may think you're too busy to relax, but that is a lie. Your addiction, your recovery has to become the most important thing in your life. So taking plenty of time for yourself has to become the most important thing. So when we talk about relaxation, there are many healthy ways that we can relax other than turning to our addiction as a form of relaxation. Now, when we talk about addiction, for the addict who uses drugs, they will probably turn to a substance to relax. For the person that gamble, they may think, oh, I'm going to relax and I'm going to go to the casino. The person that sex is a relaxation, they will have sex. The person that porn is relaxation, they will go to porn. And I think you're following my what I'm saying. So for each of these individuals, we have to find healthier ways of relaxing. So I can speak from my own experience. For me, water is very relaxing. So what I have found that I can do is a lot of times I can just drive down to the water, to the river or to a stream or something, and I can sit there. And just to hear the sound of water is very relaxing. Other things and other ways of relaxing is to maybe listening to some soothing sounds. And everything to do to relax doesn't have to cost money either. It's some things just as on my phone. I have a phone and I can just download soothing sounds and I can listen to that. Just like today, I got really stressed and I don't do well all the time in high stress situations. I had to prepare for this broadcast. I have workers in my house right now that are doing work, and it's a lot of noise. And then I had to contact the cable company. So I had the cable company on the house phone. I had the producer for the show on my cell phone. I have the people downstairs. Then I had somebody else call in. They want me to do something for another program that I'm going to be involved in after this. And it was so many, and I had sensory overload.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So, because of the sensory overload, I was starting to get really frustrating. And I wanted to curse, I wanted to scream, I wanted to do everything. Usually in those type of situations, my first escape is to get one of anything, something to drink, something to smoke, but just something to take me outside of what I was feeling. And what I was feeling was overwhelmed. So the first thing I had to do was practice the first coping skill. The first coping skill being honesty. I had to get honest with myself and say to myself, Sharon, you're overwhelmed. You're feeling very overwhelmed right now. Because had I tried to pretend or act like I was okay, because that's one of the lies that as addicts we tell ourselves. We try to tell ourselves that we're okay when we're not okay. I know for me as an individual, I thought that I was supposed to be able to handle everything. As an adult, I was supposed to be able to handle everything. I was supposed to be able to handle everything that life threw at me, and that's not true. I'm not supposed to be able to do anything that I can't do. If I can't handle it, I just can't handle it. I'm a human being. And so I had to get honest and say, look, right now I can't handle all of this. This is just too much. I'm feeling overwhelmed. And I had to stop and I had to pause. I had to pause, say, this is too much. I had to say to somebody, I was on the phone and I had to say to the lady, because she could hear the noise. She could probably hear the elevation in my voice as I was speaking to her. So I had to get honest with self. I got honest with the lady I was talking to on the phone, trying to make the arrangements to get cable put in that basement where all the noise was coming from, and say, ma'am, could you hold for a minute? I'm getting stressed. And I said that, and it was okay for me to admit that to another human being, that I'm being stressed right now. And then I had to find a way to just relax myself, because and I had to do it in a positive way, in a healthy way, and not get up and say F it, because it's very easy. And as an addict that's in recovery, that's the addict's national anthem. F it. F it. That's the thing that we say the most. And I can say we because I've been in the recovery process going on 22 years, and I've heard it said by many addicts. I've been around long enough to hear a overwhelming number of addicts say the same thing, that whenever they became stressed or overwhelmed, they said F it. And so I can say that with all surety, that that's the addict's anthem. F it. But I didn't. What I did was I took some deep breaths, I said a prayer, and I'm talking about all healthy ways and and free. As a matter of fact, I didn't have to pay anything. So all ways and means of relaxing doesn't have to cost me anything. I don't always have to pay because I can go to the movies that cost. Like I said earlier, I get in my car and I drive and I go and I can go buy some water. That'll cost. I gotta pay for gas. But whatever it is that you have to do to relax yourself, because it's important to relax. And that's what today's session is about. So, I want to ask Dr. Adebo to come back on the screen. Dr. Adebo, are you available? Okay, maybe he's not available right at the moment. So, because this one was really, there's not really a whole lot we can say about this. That's okay. That's okay. It happens because there's not a whole lot we can say. And I just wanted to ask him to share with us because even though he is not a recovering addict, I wanted to ask him a question to share with us some of the things that you do because I know that your job as a minister, as a man of God, and your job as an addictions counselor, what are some of the things that you can recommend or do you recommend for the people that you encounter when you make suggestions to them? What are the things that you would recommend as means of relaxation? Your volume is down. Yeah, okay, I'm not able to hear you right now. Toby, if you're in the background, can you turn up his mic, please? Hold on, Dr. Diabo. I don't think he's got your mic on yet. All right, so he hasn't gotten Dr. Debo's mic back on yet. So until he does that, I'm gonna go ahead and this week we'll try because we got a late start. We're gonna go ahead and and whenever Dr. Debo cues in and we hear him, I'll stop and let
Can you
him go
hear me
ahead.
now?
Okay, there we go. Go ahead, Dr. Debo.
Yes. People have what they call different means of relaxation.
Okay.
For some people, what it takes for them to relax is to do and take something. They say they want to forget about the problem they had. They justify that is the reason why they take substance. And when it comes to relaxation, one thing is different from the other person. For some people, when they want to relax, they go and watch a game. For me,
Yeah.
when I want to relax, I watch wrestling. I watch
Okay.
wrestling or I watch news. So people, there is no one rule that you can give people about what relaxes them. Because that is one of the reasons when I've engaged with those that are recovering addicts, they in fact they justify substance as one of what they use to relax themselves. They say because they have one thing, one stress or the other, so when they take it, it makes them to forget whatever they are concerned about and all those stuff. So, but for me, there are a lot of a healthy way to relax that does not have to involve substance. Like I heard you
Yes.
mention, you can go to the riverside just to watch a waterfall. I heard you say that. That can relax
Yes.
you. Then also sometimes, like you said, a period of just I can also take a walk. Just take a walk. Just take a walk, maybe 2 meter walk or just walk. Just walk away from the environment where you are and just go and look at something that can distract you. I'm talking about good distraction. Something you can just go watch. You can go to the park and just sit down. In the park, you see children playing, people are riding bicycle. Well, thank God there is ease of lockdown now. People can come out of their houses. So there are many ways to relax. There are good TV program you can watch that can relax you. Or look for some uh, uh, some some um, some program that make you to laugh. Look for some program that can make you to laugh. I mean, some program that can relax you, that will make you to laugh. So I think those kind of things can help anybody to be able to relax. There are many ways of relaxing that will help you not to get into what you don't want to get into. So, but I believe that from there, we can go to the third one. But the third one is better we reserve it till next week, which is keep a daily journal and gratitude list. We can deal with that next week, because one thing I've learned is that gratitude is an attitude development. If you learn to keep the list of gratitude, if you learn to be grateful, it's an attitude, it's a character development um, journey. Gratitude is an attitude. It helps your character development. So, for instance, maybe when you listen to news, it can also help you. You heard that about 126,000 has died in 1 month, and you look at yourself, you are not one of them. You say, "Oh, thank God I'm alive." At least there's something to think about, something to work about. I believe that number two and number three, they are not far from each other. If you relax well, it will help you to have a mental clarity. Like you mentioned here, keep a daily journal and gratitude list. I think that's something that can help to relax somebody else. So that's my view about that.
Yes.
But we don't want to
Yes.
flog that into this particular broadcast. We can deal with that next week. So that's my take on
Okay.
it.
All right. So the one thing I would like to suggest for everyone that's watching, I think my volume is out.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
hearing you. I'm
You
hearing you.
hear me?
Yeah, I hear
Okay, I
you.
think you can hear me, but I don't think the viewers can hear me.
No, they can hear you.
They
If I
can?
can hear you, they
Okay.
can hear you.
Oh, so there's one so the one thing I think I want to suggest for everybody for this week is to assign a little assignment is to just make a list of the things that that relaxes you. And so anytime that you get stressed out, maybe you can look at your list and see the things. What is it that I can do right now to help me to relax? Make that list. And as I think you will notice a pattern as we go through these lists every week, as we go through this list every week, that each one of these coping skills they will build upon each other. Because once I get honest, I'm stressed. And then I know that I need to relax. And then as I keep my list, then I will find some gratitude because there's some gratitude. We're going to jump ahead a little bit, but we're not going to get into it because the gratitude would be that, hey, I got honest with myself, I was able to relax, and I didn't go use. That's the gratitude.
Mm,
See how they build on each other? I was honest that I was stressed out. I was able to, and because of that, I was able to relax, and then I didn't go use as a result of that. That's the gratitude. Because a grateful addict will not use.
mm,
I have a friend, a very good friend, and he says that every time before he shares in a meet. He says a grateful addict will not use.
mm. As part of his
So,
gratitude.
yes. So, with that being said, I thank you. I look forward to seeing all of you next week.
Yep.
And with that, I'm just going to say good night and see you next week.
Yeah, I think we're going to be rounding it up here. Like we have said, some, we have almost 10 coping skills that can help you to recover. So we've spoken about the first one, the second one. We are giving you an appetizer for next week for the next one. So, like
Yes.
Sharon said, they are building blocks that build on each other so that you can know how to take them one at a time.
Excuse
But
me.
thank you, Sharon, for sharing with us about these different coping skills that can help people in their journey. And I believe that many people that are listening that be able to see, even if you are not somebody that is using this, these skills can help you to be able to uh, know how to also actually engage this kind of skill in your regular life, even if you are not using anything. I mean, these things are principles that can help you to live a better principal life. So I believe quite right that you don't need to use, uh, you don't need to be a service user to be able to engage in any of these things. I believe quite right that the things that have been shared with us today, it will help us to be able to have a better life. Uh, you'll be able to have a better situation whereby you don't find yourself in a state where you are not able to uh, do what you should do. I believe these are things that can help you to avoid stress, and these are the things that lead to depression. If you are not stressed, you'll not be depressed. So if you are not stressed, you'll not be depressed. So we want to, how will I call it, get this in a very clear way so that we'll be able to help many people in a manner that will help them to uh, uh, to be able to cope better in their journey of recovery. So that many people in this season, particularly in the midst of this pandemic, will not lose what I call all their recovery capitals, all the recovery capitals that they have earned, not to have lost it. So I believe quite right that this will help many people to be able to work better. So that all the hard work that have been done will not be thrown out through the window because of stress. So this will help everyone that's listening to be able to not only recover, it also help them to stay recovered. So this is one area that I believe we have so many people keep a journal, a daily journal, and gratitude list. Uh, Saying your thought and emotion on paper can help you to deal with them quicker and more effectively. And like Sharon has told us, it can take away some of the strength and power that are negative in your life. So I believe this will help us in a great deal to be able to cope with things that bring stress. So we'll look forward to coming your way again next week, Wednesday, and I look forward to sharing with us uh, how to work in your recovery with these coping skills. Sharon, thank you very much for helping us today in spite of your very, very busy schedule, that you still have some time to be able to be with us. We appreciate you for all the various skills and help you are giving other people. I believe that somebody can pick from this and be able to help somebody else. And I believe we are going to, is this teaching or is available on YouTube and is available also on this Facebook page. You can share it with others, can share with other people. And I believe that will help you a great deal as we carry on what we are doing. So we look forward to seeing us. And like the book on which I wrote, that's why I wrote the book on making right choices. You can look at the book and order for it. This book will help you. Part of the thing that can help you with making right choices and coping skills, they are out there in this book. You can get it. It will be um, a blessing to you. And also, you can get all these things on my, you can get it on my personal website on www.adebotomomewo.com. You can get this book there. And if you go there, we also have it in Spanish. So if you have a Spanish speaking friend, You can buy it and send it to them also. It's all an ebook now, which make it a bit easy. So you can get it and help to be able to help other people, because your journey of recovery always start with a discovery, and that will help you to be able to get at what you are looking for. I believe this will help you a great deal, because knowledge is power. uh, I believe quite right, this will help you to be able to uh, get at where you are going. So we want to stop this broadcast today. Tomorrow we'll be back, uh, this time around the ministry level, uh, on my own page, Adebo Tomomewo Ministries, where we'll continue our ministration on the Holy Spirit. So join us in that place, and that will help you to be able to get more from us. And if you have any private things, you can send message to us, and our team will do their best to get back to you. Have a blessed day, and see you tomorrow, the same time, 8 p.m. UK time, which is 3 p.m. Washington DC time. And I look forward to being with you tomorrow. So have a blessed day. Bye bye, everybody.